Good evening, friend. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And here in this video, I will tell you about how to calculate the shear force and bending moment. So, first of all, calculation of shear force. Shear force. Consider simple supported beam. This is simple supported beam. Carry a 3-point load at equal span. That is 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter, and 2 meter. Okay, this is 2 meter, 2 meter, and 2 meter. And total span is equal to 8 meter. Okay, this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C, D, and E. So our first step is calculation the reaction at point A and point B. So RA and RB. Here we have noted that a load is symmetrical and hence RA is equal to RB. So RA equal to RB for symmetrically load. So calculation, suppose this is 200 Newton, this is 400 Newton, and this is 200 Newton. So calculate the reaction, sum of all loads divided by span. This is 2 meter. Okay, hope clear that is 400 Newton. So reaction at RA is equal to 400 Newton and at RB is equal to 400 Newton, which is upward in direction. Okay, this is upward in direction. So after that, calculating the shear force. So consider x section at any section uh, from point A. Okay, this is left hand side, this is the right hand side. Okay, so for left hand side, only one load 200 Newton are acting at a point C, which is downward in direction, and one reaction at acting at a point A, which is upward in direction, that is 400 upward direction and 200 that is downward in direction. Okay, hence the resultant forces are acting at this section is 200 upward direction. Okay, clear. After that, right hand side, there are 2-point load are acting at a point C, D, and E, which is vertical downward in direction, that is 400 plus 200, which is downward in direction, and one another load, reaction, which is act upward in direction 400. This is equal to 600 downward and 400 upward, that is equal to 200 Newton downward, because 600 is greater downward direction. Okay, and this is on left hand side, this is the right hand side, downward Newton. Here we see that the resultant forces are equal and opposite in the direction and tend to break and shear. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड अपवर्ड की और फोर्स लग रही है एंड राइट हैंड साइड डाउनवर्ड की और 200 इक्वल एंड अपोजिट, दैट मीन यहाँ शेयर फोर्स होगी. सो यू हैव क्लियर. नाउ कैलकुलेटिंग द बेंडिंग मोमेंट. ओके, कैलकुलेटिंग द बेंडिंग मोमेंट फ्रॉम left hand side there are one upward force, that is 400, and what will the distance from x to a, because a is the reaction 400, that is 8 ax is equal to 400 into distance 2 meter plus half of 2, that is 1 meter, 3 meter, that is 1200 Newton, okay, meter. That is clockwise in direction, clockwise direction. Okay, and second force, this first, second, 200. And what is the distance from x axis? This is 1 meter, is equal to 200 Newton per meter. That is anti-clockwise, anti-clock, anti-clock. ये जो साइन कन्वर्सेशन है इसके बारे में मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगा कि कैसे साइन कन्वर्सेशन करते हैं बेंडिंग मोमेंट में. आफ्टर दैट टोटल रिजल्टेंट फोर्सेस, total resultant forces at a section left hand side, that is 1200 minus 200. 1200 is clockwise and 200 is anti-clock, that means 1000 clockwise. Okay, and similarly right hand side, first this reaction is 400, this force is 400 into what will the distance from x. This is 2 meter, this is 2 meter, and this is the 1 meter. This is total 5 meter, that is 2000 anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. Okay, after that second force is 200 Newton. What will the distance? That is 2 meter and this is 1 meter from x. Okay, this is 3 meter. This is 600 Newton meter clockwise in direction. Okay, after that third force is 400 Newton in what will the distance? 1 meter, that is 400 Newton meter clockwise direction. Okay, hence total resultant is equal to 2000 anti-clockwise minus 1600 plus 400, 1000 clockwise, that means 1000 anti-clockwise, clock, anti-clockwise. These resultant moment about x equal and opposite direction, they try to bend the beam. लगता है आप समझ के होंगे कि जब 1000 anti-clockwise forces at right hand side and लेफ्ट हैंड साइड 1000 क्लॉकवाइज, सो ये जो बीम को बेंड करने की कोशिश करेगा. सो आई होप यू हैव क्लियर दिस टॉपिक एंड नाउ आई विल टेल यू अबाउट द साइन कन्वर्सेशन फॉर shear force and bending moment. So sign conversation for shear force. Okay, so suppose this is this beam and x section, point A, point B. Okay, so consider the upward forces are positive and downward forces are negative, and in right hand side upward forces are negative and downward forces are positive. This is the sign conversation for the shear force. Similarly, sign conversation for bending moment. Suppose this is section and this is your deflected beam. Okay, in right hand side clockwise forces and right hand side, sorry, left hand side and right hand side anti-clock, anti-clock. This is called positive bending moment, positive bending moment. It is also called sagging, it is also called sagging. Okay, and similarly for negative bending moment, this is if the forces acting on left hand side are anti-clockwise and right hand side is clockwise, that is called, this is negative bending moment. It is also called hogging. So hope for this topic that you are clear, and thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe my channel and share.